call along the hour by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakafadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutation to the hope of the next. Shalom. Welcome to part two. Welcome to part two of A Fool Was on My Roof. I had to bust some shots off. Okay. And I say the reason why I said I had to, because I mean at 3:55 a.m. in the morning, you walking on top of my motorhome. How is that? I mean, that was, to me, like I said, this was the third time that the individual had done this. Okay. And like I said, the first two times I thought maybe I was dealing with a raccoon because he was crawling at first. But this time I heard actual footsteps, and the way that the footsteps sounded, it sounded as if somebody that was walking that was proud of himself. Yeah. Yep, proud. So I came out busting. And so when I came out busting, whomever it was took off. Right? They took off. But what did I do? Did I do something that was so great? Nope, I didn't. Do I feel proud about what I did? No, I don't. I don't. I feel like I reacted in a way that maybe they wanted me to. Yeah. And I had just put a solar panel up there, a pretty good solar panel. I've been charging my phone with it, and it's got this neat solar charger controller and everything. I'm in my motorhome. I got stuff here and there and stuff everywhere and stuff and everything. You see all that. You see in the kitchen area. It's a kitchen area there, and then back past all that is the bedroom, then the bathroom, all that. Okay, and so yeah, so I'm just minding my business. I don't bother nobody. I'm low vision blind, as y'all know. The reason why I haven't been down to the GMS Detroit camp is because I'm low vision blind. I've already received an invitation from one of the higher brothers down there to come down to the camp. He invited me on video, and I'm very thankful to Wada ever so much for that. For real. That made me feel so good to receive the invitation. That really did. The Water, GMS Detroit. Jawada brothers. The Water. That made me feel so good as a brother in this truth. Because I get all my teachings from GMS. GMS. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that felt good. And so you know how it hurts me. It hurts me so bad that I'm low vision blind. I can't even see to even go down to the camp. I'd be taking a chance if I go by myself. So I don't go anywhere by myself. I'm always escorted by my terror, Tare. He looks like one of us, but he's one of them. He might be Ashkenazi, really. This fool might really be Ashkenazi. But he looks like one of us, and stuff. And and like I was saying in part one, I was ending it off. The reason why I was living down there with him at his crib, because Yahweh had done burned up my house that was here. I had a 2-family flat here, 2,600 square feet. I paid $1,100 for it here, and I went to work, rebuilding. I'm a retired carpenter. I've over 45 years of hands-on skills and experience right here in the city of Detroit, the proving grounds. Okay, and so I put it together, and everything was doing good until my solar panels. I had 4 100-watt solar panels on the roof, and they caught fire. I mean, they didn't catch fire. They were putting forth a lot of juice, and my solar power generator was an older model. One of them was an older model, and that's when I was charging. And the charge protector had failed, and the battery got sweltered up and got big, the lithium battery, and blew up. Okay, and I was sitting about less than 2 feet from it, about a foot from it, when it blew up. and it was spitting all kinds of fire and looked like lava, liquid fire as well. And everywhere it landed, everything caught fire. And I had some dragon breaths. Yeah, dragon breaths. I had some dragon breaths that was sitting not too far from that. And you know what dragon breaths are, don't you? You don't know what dragon breaths are? They look like regular 12 gauge rounds. You put them in a shotgun. You rack that baby back, and you aim it at a whole crowd of people that think they about to get you. Think again. Boom! You pull that trigger, boy. Boy, you pull that trigger. A whole wall of fire is going to shoot out a whole 60 feet. 60 feet of wall of fire, and it spreads and it lands. Everybody that it lands on will be burnt. Dragon breath. I had 3 of them up there. The fire landed on them and caught fire. Boom! Everything just went. I had to run for my life. Okay, Salakia for ranting. Okay, Salakia. I know you tuned in for the scripture. We're gonna end it all. But the reason why I was living down there with that terror is because, you know, and like I said, because my house had caught fire. And the reason why he's been a servant unto me, Exodus chapter 22, verse 3. If a thief be caught breaking up, you know, you don't smitten him like in verse 2. In verse 3, but you can smitten him, but not kill him. But you are able to use him as a slave to work off for what it is that he was trying to steal. And see, and this food don't cause me monies, cause me to miss out on monies because of his lack of inner mental abilities. So anyway, pretty much Yahweh has given him to me as a servant during this time of my affliction. My thorn on my side is low vision blindness, as y'all can see. Okay, I'm low vision blind. Otherwise, I'd have been on down to the GMS Detroit camp. I got an electric bike that goes like over 40 miles an hour. I'd have been down there. You understand? You understand? Because I'm ahead of my time. You understand? But I can't see, so I don't even ride it. I don't even ride it. I ain't ride it. I had to pay somebody to drive my motor home here. You see? So, and this verse 21. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones. You see? You see? All the men. That means any and everybody had the opportunity to stone these here young, stubborn, gluttonous, rebellious sons. And the reason why a lot of these fools are still on the streets is because us old schools and the old women, old girls, they don't nobody want to go to jail, go to prison for life, but because of a dumbass, you had to pop a dumbass and up and kill the fool. You understand? And then we had to serve the rest of our life in prison. You understand? And here it is, they're about to declare martial law and all these different things, the draft and all these different things, the chip and all these different things. You know what I'm saying? You understand? The chariots and all these different things. You understand? Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? So, all these stuff about to happen. All this stuff about to happen. And you know, that he die. You see? That he die. These fools are supposed to be stoned until they are dead. You understand? Give them a rock shower, like GMS Orlando, one of the guys from GMS Orlando said, give him a rock shower until he stop moving. Okay? That's what they need. That's what they need. You understand? And because that's what the time is boiling down to. But that's doing Amos 11, when we are no longer fishers of men. Right now, we are fishers of men, Jeremiah chapter 16 and 16. We are not supposed to be taking up arms to do anything. Okay, my situation that happened last night, hey, that caught me completely off guard. Some fool on top of my motorhome with me inside, on the inside, and I get up and see and feel the motorhome and feel this nigga and see it and hear the nigga walking on my roof. Man, feel the nigga on my roof walking proudly, like it's his shit. It's his shit. Yeah, really. Where they do that at? Shit, not here. I came out busting. You understand? I came out busting. And see, again, that could have turned out all kinds of ways. I could have been shot dead. I could have shot whomever dead. You know what I'm saying? Using my stone projector I'm gonna call it stone projector instead of GUN. I'm calling it stone projector. So shalt thou put evil away from among you. You see? You see? Because these fools are just wicked. They're evil. While I was trying to take out a screw that didn't want to act right around the back part of my RV garage, I can hear the fellas on the next block behind me. I can hear an older one was telling some younger ones. One of them had said, "What are he doing?" And I hear a older one told the younger ones, yeah, he over there just building something for the YNs to burn down. That's what he said. He could have chose to say anything else. Instead, he chose to say that, a negative, instead of being positive. These young males, remember, woodworkings, small engine classes, plumbing and carpentry classes, and small engine classes, automobile classes, were all taken out of the schools in the 70s. And in the 80s, so that way the young males here in America would not know how to provide for their families using their hands in the positive. And so in the 80s, what was placed in their hands? Dope. Dope was placed in their hands. So that way they'd be destructive with their hands. And they would assault and batter people with their hands and use their hands to break into people's houses and break into people's cars and these different things. And so these were the things that happened to our young males here in America. Okay? So fast forward to now, a lot of these young males, they don't know how to build anything. They don't know how to build a RV garage. They don't know how to build a house. They don't know how to tear out a wall and put up a new one. They don't know how to tear up some concrete and lay down new concrete. They don't know how to do no masonry work. They don't know how to do no brick work. I mean, all these things are just secondhand to me, because I'm from the '60s. You know what I'm saying? I grew up learning these things from the old schools. You know, so I just spend time around with the old schools. Why? Because I knew I needed to learn something. I ain't had shit as a youngster. I want to have something in my mind. It has to be from the old schools. It's of my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear. You know what I'm saying? Hear and fear. You know what I'm saying? You see? All of Israel shall hear and fear the Lord. Because why? Because we will see the vengeance. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when they see the vengeance. When we see these 2/3 being cut down, that is a happy, wonderful sight. If I were to see the fools being shot down the street down there, if somebody would have rolled through and just light them all up, I'd be happy. You understand? Happy as we to see these fools dashed to pieces by stone projectiles. Okay, just like that, I'd be happy. You see, let's go. I'm gonna go into some precepts on that one scripture there, verse 21. And see what some precepts said on that one. Okay. And so here we go. This is Deuteronomy, and this is, we in the blue letter. And this is, all the men of his town shall stone him with stones. Okay. Because that's what need to be done. You see, these young fools always want to start a beef with somebody. They always want to, act out, act mad, but they're the problem. Everybody else is, we're not the problem. It's these young people. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 10. And thou shalt stone him with stones. You see? Stone projectiles. You see? Launching them on these fools. Pop, 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 pop. Letting these fools be lit up. You understand? That he died. Because that's what time it is for these fools. They don't did so much wrong, so much wickedness. They are untrustworthy in every way. They're stubborn. They are stubborn, rebellious sons. Gluttonous. You know what I'm saying? There isn't anything of good that they can do. Everything that's about them is destruction. Because he had sought to thrust thee away from the Lord, thy God. You see, and that's what they did. The fool walking on my roof. I come out busting and stuff. That thrusts me away from my trying to stay centered in my peace, on my square. That fool, he pulled me off my square, man. He straight pulled me off my square, you know. And that's bold, man, because I don't feel happy about that. I don't. Which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. You see? Yahweh shot. You see? So we pray to Yahweh to rectify the situation. Remember, any and everything that happens, it's under the order of Yahweh. Okay? Yahweh is the judge of all matters. Okay? From the house of bondage. You see? You see? This is verse 11. And all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. You see? You see? So what does it tell you? This tells you that if you're caught in a situation and you actually pop somebody and you killed them, 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6, seeing how it's all right with the Lord, it is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation upon all those who trouble you. This food troubling me, troubling me. So what am I to do? What the word says, recompense tribulation upon the fools, even if it causes their death. Look what the word says. Deuteronomy 13:11. And all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness. It's wickedness what they're doing, but it's righteousness what we're doing. As this is among you. See, they're among us with this wickedness. So we got to eradicate them, not going out trying to judge, slaughter, or slay anybody. But if the situation happens that way, understand that you're not wrong, because it's just simply the law of the land and the will of the Lord. If somebody bring that noise to you, you do have a right to defend yourself. You do have that God-given reason. Why do you think Yahweh told the disciples to go buy swords? You understand? Yahweh didn't need a sword. You understand? And so he is the sword. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. And the word is the double-edged sword. Cutting both concerning bone, marrow, and spirit. You understand? This is Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 5. Then shalt thou bring forth that man or that woman. You see? For the sisters, the women out there that ain't right. Those two-third as Jezebels, those harlots. Jigaboos. It's one of the guys described me. I be watching his videos too. Salakia for not mentioning your name, brother. But he be calling the female jigaboos. The Black, Latino, North American Indian women, which have committed that wicked thing. You see, and what is one of the wicked things that they've done? Sirach chapter 25 verse 24, which reads, "Woman is the beginning of sin, and woman is the beginning of sin, and it's the death of us all." And also it says inside there that in Sirach, I think 25 or 26, Salakia. But it says that in their minstrels they do bring forth monsters, and that's what these women, these young guys are. They just some monsters that came out of some heartless pussy, and that's really nothing more than a bad seed that's been skeeted up in there by the wicked ass daddy. Okay, pretty much. Okay, unto thy gates. You see, even that man or that woman, and shall stone them with stones till they die. Do you understand? Do you understand? So was I wrong? So was I wrong? Why don't you just put it in? Why don't you, brother? That's another thing. Instead of you brothers watching my video and not, putting a comment, please put a comment. Baba Shah. Put a comment. That's good support, and that would be supportive to me, and press the like button. Go ahead, press the like button. When I watch y'all videos, I make sure I press the like button all the time, whether I like it or not. I still try to be supportive, in hopes that y'all will be supportive as well. Press my like button. I press yours, press mine. You see? Press mine. And so that way we'll be showing each other support and helping each other's algorithms of each other's YouTube channels. Okay? And again, Yahweh Shah said, least ye done for my brothers, the least ye done for me. You see? This is Leviticus chapter 24, verse 16. And he that blasphemeth the name the name of the Lord, he shall surely be put to death. You see that? Be put to death. Blaspheming the name of the Lord. Be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him. Stone him. Okay? Because it's coming around to that as well. The stranger, okay, we know who the stranger is, as he that is born in the land. You see? So how is he a stranger and he born in the land? He's a stranger to the truth. Okay? To this truth. As he that is born in the land, when he, you see, because before we came into the truth, when we came into the truth, we were strangers. We were strangers, as Apostle Tahir would say. We were strangers when we came to this truth. And we are of this land. I'm Northern Kingdom. I'm on this land. I didn't come up to them. I found a land that come up to no slave ship. I come from a long line of kings, priests, high priests, and chiefs. Kings, high priests, and chiefs. That's what we had going on over here when the Edomites came. Okay, these Romans posing as pilgrims. Okay. You see, and so only the Southern Kingdom is the one that came from Africa. They came on the slave ships. You know what I'm saying? Us Northern Kingdom, we was already here, flat out. We were already here, and so we were born here on this land, and this is our land. We just been held as prisoners of war, and so. But at the same time, even though this is our land and all this and that and stuff, we have been conquered. We have been taken over, and this truth is now here. We are strangers to this truth. You see, we're strangers when we came into this. You see, and we came into our remembrance to understanding and learning who we are. We hope that we are those men. You see, if not, then who are they? Because we either doing this work on the highways and byways or the streets or the internet or both. You see, because of my low vision blindness, I'm doing it on the online, on the highways and byways online. Okay. And so, in the land, when he blasphemed the name of the Lord, shall be put to death. You see? We're going to read one more of this and close it out. So shalt thou put evil away. You see? From amongst you. Let's read through of these. Deuteronomy 13:5. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death. You see? Shall be put to death. You see, flat out. Because why? There's a certain boundary lines that a prophet has. You see, flat out, because he had spoken to turn you away from the Lord. And you see, when people, a prophet or even an angel that is a curse unto you, try to turn you away from the Lord, again, they are just that, a curse unto you, And so that's going off into, which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage to thrust thee out of the way, which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee. You see, from the midst of thee. You see, and so. I want to read this one here. In fact, we read this one inside part 1. And all, this is Deuteronomy 13:11. And all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. You see? And that's what it is. This was going on. So it's time to reflect deeper on the word and will of Yahweh Shai when you being put in a situation like I was put in. Okay, and remember, nothing happens unless it's under the will of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? So as a testing or whatever going on, but remember, we are judged based on our actions on how we deal with the situation that occurs as our test. Okay, as our test. Now, come tonight, I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. You know, I don't know. Am I in fear? Yes, I am. I am. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know whatever happens, it's the will of Yahweh. Because remember, nothing is sanctioned one way or another. Not even a bird falling from the sky, unless Yahweh has sanctioned it one way or the other. You see, and that's the deal on that. And so what I do, what's according to the word, that's all I can do. What is according to the word, you know. I came out busting. Is that according to the word? That is not what is according to the word. But at the same time, if you feel that you would have did something different, put it in the comment board. What will you have done? I did what I felt inside me to do to protect myself and to protect my home at that time. Okay, at that time. This Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 19. Then shall ye do unto him. See? 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 So you want to know what to do? You want to know what to do? Then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. You see? So was I wrong? No, I was not wrong. I was not wrong. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you. You see? You see? I was not wrong. I was not wrong. This verse 20 on that. And thus shalt remain those, hold on. Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 20. And those shall, Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 20. And those which remain shall hear, you see, and fear, you see, because once they see what happened to that food, then they'll know, hey, the Lord ain't playing, because the spirit in the man that slaughtered that food wasn't playing. And shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. You see? You see? And there it is. And there it is. And so I did pretty much the right thing. You may say, oh, it's the wrong thing. But when your test come, are you going to do the right thing on which what you think or believe the right thing is? Well, let's see. Because guess what? We're all going to be tested and tried as gold is tried. You know? You see? Refined as silver is tried. We're going to be tested. You see? And we're going to call upon the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Because he is our God. He is our power. You know what I'm saying? He's going to and he's going to say we are his people. He said we are his people. You know, the 2/3 is not his people. You know, as far as, you know, they're Hebrews, but they're not his people as far as the elect. Okay? With the election have attained it, the rest have not. Okay. So, brothers and sisters, we can go ahead and close it out. Lord's will, you were edified by today's lesson, or motivated, or inspired, or provoked to thought to do better. That you would put together some precepts, that you would make a video to edify the sheep. As good shepherds of the Lord, as always, our job is to feed the sheep. Okay? So, brothers and sisters, stay strong, stay long. We ain't stay strong. We ain't got long. Keep holding on. Okay? Because these situations that's going to come up, and you know, is a prelude to all the much hell that's about to come upon America. Okay, because you still got the collapsing of the American dollar, you still got the chip coming up, you still got martial law coming up, you got the draft coming up, you got the lawlessness of the street coming up, the sedition amongst men, you know, taking up arms and rifling into the neighbors' homes because of lack of bread. All these things is coming up. You see, and so hold on, Don't let go. Don't let go. Hold on to the plow. Don't let go, brothers. Sisters, don't let go. Hold on. Yahushua said, maintain, occupy yourself in the word until he returns. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Okay. So we can go ahead and close it out. I'd like to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elects. Shalom. And to the hopeful elects.